Amigos de Más Lucha, se acerca Triplemanía 31 en la ciudad de Tijuana y como ya vieron tenemos una gran invitada el día de hoy, Natalia Markova, directamente desde la NWA, está con nosotros para platicar previo a lo que será esta Triplemanía 31. Natalia Markova, thank you for being here with us. Previous to Triplemanía 31 in Tijuana. How you feel in your first Triplemanía? ¿Cómo te sientes en tu primera Triplemanía?
Thank you so much. And hola, I know a little bit of Spanish. Hi, everybody. I am extremely excited. I can't wait to be at Triplemanía. It's my first time doing Triplemanía. I worked with AAA before, and it was an absolute pleasure. It was a great crowd. I was so excited. I had so much energy. I felt energy from the crowd. So I can just imagine how it's going to be when it will be a huge stadium and a lot of fans out there. I just can't wait.
How you feel working with Lucha Libre style right now with AAA?
I'm feeling great. I actually used to work this style before too, because when I was wrestling in the United States, I did a lot of Mexican shows and I wrestled a lot of lucha people. So I had an idea what it is, but I have my own style, which I assume my style is international style, which means I can actually wrestle anybody because my background comes from Japan. And then after I went to Europe, I did a lot of European wrestling, then United States. So I'm a mix of so many styles, including lucha style, that obviously it's amazing to practice that with the best in the world. And I did it a couple of times already, and I can't wait to do more.
And your debut, your official debut with AAA, it was in the World Cup. How was that experience?
That was amazing, seeing wrestlers from all over the world and keeping in my mind that these are the best wrestlers from the world. And I'm one of them, and I'm standing there representing the country, representing wrestling just as a business. I just felt really proud. I felt so happy that I could be a part of such a major event.
I really like your team. I really like the participation. It wasn't the first round. It was a defeat, but I really like it. It was a really big surprise to see the team rest of the world in the Lucha Libre World Cup.
Yeah, I know. I think it's a great idea not to have just major companies that known for wrestling to be there, but also consider the rest of the world because wrestling exists everywhere. Maybe it's not as big. And even if you say I'm from Russia, right? Wrestling in Russia is not big at all. If you say I'm a wrestler, people will be like, you mean like this wrestling? So they think it's arm wrestling. So people don't even know. If you count wrestlers in Russia, you can probably, it would not be too many. It's like really small amount of people who do wrestling in Russia. So I'm proud to represent European part of the Russian part. I'm just happy that people realize that wrestling is not just a couple countries, it's the whole world. And what we do there, it's for the whole world.
And it was a really good team because it was you, it was Taya, a pretty good known name in the States and a pretty big name here in Mexico, and Dallas, the first international participation in AAA for her. I think that experience with different kinds of wrestlers, it was really good for you.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I wrestled Taya a lot of times, and it was awesome to be on the same team with her. She's great. I think she's a great worker. She's just amazing. So it was awesome to share her experience with me in Dallas. I met her there, talked to her. She's great. I know that she's really big. I saw her wrestling like on taping before, and I was again felt really proud that I'm a part of it. I'm on that team.
On Triplemanía 31, it's going to be a team, well, it's AAA versus the rest of the world. Sexy Star, Lady Shani, and Dallas, who was the former teammate in the Lucha Libre World Cup, against Viva Van, Camille, and you. How you feel again being in the rest of the world team, but now in a Triplemanía?
Honestly, I don't really bothered by the name of the team if it's the rest of the world, you know.
Mhm.
It kind of sounds like the rest of the world. I don't know. I think it's fine. I think it's just I represent myself, represent people who are on my team. Camille is my friend from NWA and a rival from NWA that we always fight each other for the title over there. So now we're on the same team, which is a nice change. Because I respect her. I think she's awesome. I think she's a great wrestler. And Viva, I never wrestled her before, but I also know she is good. So I know that people I have on my team are really good wrestlers, which again, I'm happy to see that, which means I'm on that level. And it's nice to know. And obviously opponents that I'm going to have are great too. So I'm really looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be a really good wrestling. And again, it's Triplemanía. It's not just some wrestling, it's Triplemanía.
Your opinion about your rivals, Sexy Star, Lady Shani, and Dallas?
Of course. I think that all of them are really great wrestlers, and they represent kind of like different generations a little bit in a way. So it's just a mix of little different styles too. It's still all lucha, but different types of lucha if you really pay attention, because I know each one of those opponents really well. I watch their matches, I watch their work, I know what it is, and I see they're still, each one of them have their own different things in their wrestling style, and I learned that, so I'll give it to my advantage in the match. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to have this experience with them, to be in the same ring in front of a huge crowd in Mexico.
Your experience in The World is a Vampire, which was the first time you've been here in Mexico, and it was a huge show, but it was you part of the NWA and the AAA, the big crowd in a big Foro Sol, which has the vibe of a concert. But what do you think, what do you feel about this experience in The World is the Vampire here in Mexico?
That experience was so unique and special to me, because I knew that what we're doing is so huge for the wrestling overall in general as a business, because what happened, it was a rock festival, it was a concert. So people there were not just wrestling fans. There were different types of people. And we were basically showing wrestling to new people, to new crowds. And it was kind of like, I don't know what to expect. And then when we actually did that, and we saw them reacting, we saw them being happy. And after, people were coming at me and saying, oh my God, it was awesome. I never seen wrestling live, but it was so good. It was amazing. They were chanting, they were cheering, they were into it. I think that was a great thing. And I think it's almost a history and life-changing for the whole business, like I said before, because nobody else done this before. That was the first thing, first time, AAA, NWA, music, rock concert all together, and everybody was just happy and having a good time. And for me, it was double special because I wrestled on the wrestling show, and then I was on the stage with Smashing Pumpkins after, during their Beguiled song, because I'm in the video of that song for those people who don't know. So that was just the best time. It was awesome. And again, fans were so amazing. They were so cheerful and so into the action that, like, I cannot ask for more as a wrestler when I see people being so happy and so excited watching me wrestling, watching other people wrestling. I just don't want anything else from my life.
What happened before? Because Natalia Markova was announced on the show center for the first time. You didn't show up. The second time you didn't show up. What happened in that time? Why you can't come to the show center shows?
So first time it was as simple as a flight cancellation. My flights were all booked, it was all good, but since I was like in the United States, and that was Monterrey, so which means it's not just a direct flight, it was like the whole thing to make it there. My flight was literally canceled almost right before the flight. So we were trying to get another flight, but it was just physically not possible to get any flight that will make it in time, no matter how expensive it is or whatever. It was just physically not possible. So that was unfortunate. And the second, it was just a paperwork problem with visas. Not really a problem, but it was just because of I'm from Russia. And I'm in the United States now, and it was all complications. It seemed like it worked out, but in the end, it appeared like it didn't. It needed more. So after that, I was like, okay, I'm really sorry that it's always nobody's fault. It's just unfortunate. But how they say, like, third time is always like the fortunate one. So I made sure everything is so on top of everything that nothing can stop me. And I finally end up there. And I did. And it was a happy end for everybody.
After Triplemanía 31 in Tijuana, it's a chance to see more of Natalia Markova here in Mexico. Did you talk something about with AAA that you maybe can have more of Natalia Markova on AAA?
I cannot obviously say a lot about it, but I can definitely say that me and AAA has a lot of good feelings between each other. We have good understanding. We have similar outlooks on business. And I really think that, yes, it's really, really highly possible there will be more of me. And you don't even know how much more, but I think we're heading somewhere.
Going in some of the story of your career, why did you become a wrestler? What? Because it's strange first to see a Russian that it looks like a model, but it's part like in the wrestling business. How was it for you to involve in the wrestling world?
It's actually almost kind of boring story, but at the same time, it's not. A classic situation, I was a little kid, like 3 years old. I saw wrestling on TV, which is, again, really unlikely. They were not showing too much wrestling on TV in Russia, even though they were a little bit of it. So I saw that, and that time I decided for myself, that's what I want to do in my life. I just knew. And then, starting then, I was already kind of always on the background and the core of my head, planning my whole life to be a pro wrestler, even though I had no hope, it was not even a dream. It was just something like, I just got to do it somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. So I was doing everything. I was working out. When I was a kid, I was like stretching a lot. I did gymnastics. I did a lot of dancing, professional dancing. So when I was like around 15, 16, I was doing a lot of gym too. I started working out to be in shape, a lot of cardio. I was really athletic. I worked on my discipline a lot too. I was doing weird stuff, as like almost like crazy. Like I'm laying on my bed. I'm like, you know what? I just got to prove myself that I'm disciplined. So I just get up right now and I go for a walk. And I went for 1 hour, even when it felt like I don't want to do anything like that at all. So long story short, I found out there was a wrestling school in Russia when I was 17. And I was like, that's it. That's the thing. I'm going there. And it was like a simple school. Nobody really taught me much, but I just had to start doing that. And eventually I started doing modeling at the same time. I started doing all of it together, wrestling. But again, no matter, I never did anything that can jeopardize my mission with wrestling. I never did anything bad, obviously. I never did anything that can be against my final goal to be a pro wrestler. And it's just somehow I knew that that's my destiny. And I ended up being a pro wrestler. I did everything. I still doing everything I can, doing my best to accomplish bigger goals, to be better and better and better. I never think like, okay, that's it, I'm here. No, I don't feel like I'm there yet. I still have so much to accomplish, and I never quit. I never stop. I never slow down. I always just moving forward. And Triplemanía, that's a huge step. It means so much to me. I was getting ready. I'm so prepared. I got in great shape. Hopefully it is great for you guys. But I put all effort that I can. And I just, again, like, it's a little bit off topic, but I just want to say, like, to people who have some goals in life, and kids, maybe you watching me, or teenagers, you just need to understand that if you really want something so bad and you put all effort to make it happen, it will happen. You just gotta never give up, keep going no matter what, always go, 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 and you end up where you wanna be, trust me.
You have a chance to go to Japan in the first years of your career from 2011 to 2013. How was this experience for you?
That was actually crazy because, yeah, like you said, I had a chance to go to Japan, and it was me just starting career. And somehow they saw something in me. I don't even know where they see footage of me, but they saw something. They were telling me after, like, we see that you have this X factor. You have some unique, the way you move, the way you do everything in the ring is just so unique. And First promotion that noticed me was DDT Pro. It was Sanshiro Takagi, and I trained there a lot with them. So I was working this really strong style, which later I adjusted a little bit more, less of a strong style. It's just a mix of different stuff. But that was my basic thing. And sad part, I mean, it's not that sad, but still, I didn't even realize how big that was back then. I was just like, oh, I'm going to Japan. Well, that's amazing. I went to Japan. I was living in the same dojo with Kenny Omega and El Generico back then. His name was El Generico. We were training together. We were cool and wrestling on shows. That was a really fun time, but it taught me a lot because on top of being fun, I was also living in the dojo, a lot of training. You know how Japanese training is. If you don't know, it's really rough. So I went through that, and it was a great base for me because, again, that's basically my whole core, my wrestling base is Japan. And then everything else just added up after.
And what happened with WWE? Because you have like they offer you to came for a tryout. What happened with you and with WWE?
That was actually an amazing, happy story, I would say. First of all, I was just doing a random show in Singapore. Nothing, I didn't expect anything. I was just booked there to do a show. By the way, crowds in Singapore are amazing for those people who don't know. Hi guys in Singapore, you're great. So WWE were scouting there when I just did a show. They're looking for Asian talent. But when they saw me, they noticed something in me. They interviewed me and they told me that, listen, you got to come to United States because trust me, I think you have all potential. You have something for this business. And when I heard that, I was like, okay, check in my mind. Now I have a goal. So 2 years, because if for people who don't know a little detail, Russian money are like here and American money here. So whatever I make in Russia, it's not that much. So I set the goal. I was working really hard. I was a personal trainer at the gym for 2 years straight. I was just working and like no fun, nothing, just working, making money to make everything possible to come. I didn't know anybody in the United States. So I just like, okay, I have a good job here. I have everything, but you know what? I have a goal. So I gave up on all that. I just left. I came to United States. I did a tryout with WWE. It went well. They liked me. Everything was great, but I still needed to make my paperwork because I couldn't wrestle and be a wrestler without paperwork. So I started doing that. And honestly, before I could be like for real, it took really almost 5 years. And COVID slowed it down. So this whole situation was really long. And that's why by the time I was ready, it was probably too late because they changed their structure. You know how WWE is right now. They're just different people. Everything is different. So I'm not in touch with those people, even though I think that it's a great company and I have nothing against WWE. And I think I just wish them all the best. I think they're awesome. They treated me awesome. I like have zero complaints about the company. I always had like the best experience with them.
But right now, NWA, it's your home. I think we saw like a major change of Natalia Markova, and right now you are an NWA star. How it is this new, I don't know if it's like a new beginning, like a new part, but it's the NWA. Billy Corgan is the owner, and you are making a lot of noise. You are on the way for the 75th anniversary for the NWA. So how it's right now for you being in a one of the biggest companies in the world?
I'm really proud to be a part of this company, and Billy Corgan is the owner, like you said. I think he's a great boss. I think he is a great person in general in life. I'm proud to call him my friend, and I think that he really understands business really well, and maybe people don't give him enough credit the way he understands it. I'm not signed, though. I just want to specify this little detail. I'm not signed with anybody right now. I'm a free agent, even though I work for a bunch of companies. I just like keep it this way for now until I find my home. But I cannot say that NWA is not my home. It's still, when I go to the locker room, there are people who treat me well. It feels nice to be there. But I'm still on the lookout for this actual big home when people will be like, listen, we have all faith in you. Here's, let's do this together. I'm open for that. And I mean, it can be NWA, it can be AAA, can be somebody else. We don't know yet. And I cannot give more information on the inside thing that's going on. Yeah, I really like that NWA gives me this opportunity to show my skill to the whole world. And because it's a big platform and I know people watching, and I get so many messages from fans that they're happy to see me. They really think that I'm amazing. And I even hear from big names, from big stars who are messaging me, and they're like, you should be a biggest star. You should be signed to the biggest contract. You deserve all of it. And I'm like, listen, it's just a matter of time. I'll keep going. I'll keep working. I always like top professional. I never do anything crazy. I do everything right. So I just hoping for the best. And yeah, NWA, thank you, NWA, for being a part of my life.
So now, this Saturday, it's Triplemanía, and I think it's going to be a huge event. 2 presentations that you have with AAA, and I can say that you have, crowd reacts for Natalia Markova really good. So that's the reason you're coming back to Triplemanía, and I think some of the crowd are waiting for you this Saturday in Tijuana.
Yeah, it's actually so awesome. Well, when I went there my first time, and I heard this huge crowd reaction, I was like, oh my God, that's what I live for. And those people were coming to me after. I got so many messages online, people going, please come back to Mexico, please, we want you to be back, please send me an autograph, sign me an autograph. I feel this people's attention. And again, like, if you really think of that, why we do that, yeah, it's all business, it's all professional, but there will be no wrestling without fans. And me seeing that fans really care, and then they give me this reaction, it makes me so happy. And I really can't wait to go there. And people, if you want me there, cheer for me or boo me or whatever, just make the noise and make everybody react. Make it like a big, big celebration of wrestling.
Are you ready for this Saturday?
Oh yeah, I'm more than ready for this Saturday. I cannot wait. I'm really, we also will be doing a photo shoot that you guys will see with AAA. So look for those pictures. Hopefully they'll be really beautiful, and hope you will like them. And yeah, I cannot wait. I'm so excited for Saturday. I cannot wait to get on the plane and be a part of the huge event, the biggest event. It will be thousands and thousands of people. I just can't wait to be a part of it. It gives me something, that's why I do wrestling, because those moments, they give you something that nothing else in life can give you. And I just live for those moments, and I cannot wait. I'm excited that I'll experience that soon.
This Saturday, it's like a bunch of forums that you can watch. Triplemanía 31 in Tijuana. For the international who are watching this interview, Fight, it's gonna have the entire Triplemanía, so that's really big. That stadium of Los Toros of Tijuana this Saturday, I think they're gonna have a huge party. And Natalia, something that you want to say to the Mexican fans that are coming to Triplemanía, and something that you want to say for the fans internationally that they maybe can watch this on Fight?
So for fans who are coming to Triplemanía live, just make sure you're having the best time of your life. Make sure you put all energy out there. Don't think about any problems. Don't think about anything else. Just be in the moment. Enjoy it. I will do my best to make it the best thing you can watch. And all our guys, all AAA guys, will make it great for you. And for people watching it online, just comment as much as you can. Please comment. Please like everything. Show everybody that you care, and that way it will become even more and more accessible. Because when people see that there are fans out there, they want to watch it, they want to be part of it, but they just don't have that much maybe chances to watch it. Just show them that you do want it. And trust me, those guys in AAA, they want you to watch it. They'll do everything possible to make it happen for you. And thank you everybody for supporting me. Thank you everybody who even said one word in their life that they want me there. I really appreciate it. That means so much to me. I'll see you guys out there, and I hope you'll have a great time.
For the last couple of questions, there are two. The whole card, I think it's really important, but there are two matches. One has the the final match in Mexico City, it's gonna be hair versus match. I don't know if you are familiarized with this match, but in one corner we're gonna have Psycho Clown and Sam Adonis facing LA Park and Rouge. Who's your favorite? Because the losers going to Mexico to have an apuesta match, to have a mask versus hair match. Who's your favorite in that match?
I'll just go with bad guys, and I say I'll just root for Sam Adonis to get the biggest boo he can get. I actually have a long history with him. I met him almost 10 years ago in Italy. We were like on the same show, and he was giving me advice. He actually was really smart about wrestling. He already back then understood what the business is. He helped me, give me advice. Back then, I probably didn't understand it well enough as I understand it now. But I'm just grateful for him. He's great. So obviously, everybody else in this match, I cheer for you guys too. And I think it'll be a great match. But I just want to point it out, like heels, bad guys, come on. Let's do that.
And on the main event, Hijo del Vikingo versus Kenny Omega. Who's your favorite in that match? That match is going to be for the Mega Championship AAA.
Well, again, I'll go with my history because I have history with Kenny Omega. We trained in Japan together. I think he's a great wrestler. Even though Viking is amazing as well. They both are amazing. It will be such a, it's like 5-star plus 5-star by default. I think it will be such a great match. And it's great at its main event. I don't think anybody can top that. And I would be so happy to be on the same show with those guys. That's an honor. I'm really proud to be on the same show with those guys. And I think they'll kill it. I think like you cannot book the better main event for Triplemanía. It's going to be an amazing match.
Natalia, it's so good to have you here in Más Lucha. Thank you for your time. And we expect this Saturday for Triplemanía 31. And it's going to be a huge event. Natalia Markova is going to be there. A bunch of Lucha Libre stars is going to be there. So thank you so much for this time and see you on Saturday.
Thank you so much. Gracias. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you for talking to me about all that. And thank you, people watching.
Ahí está Natalia Markova, a la cual le agradecemos su tiempo y que haya estado con nosotros aquí a través de Más Lucha. Sigan al pendiente de todo lo que tenemos, ya saben, a través de Claro Sports, de Marca Claro, a través de Fight van a poder ver esta función de Triplemanía 31 en el Estadio de los Toros de Tijuana, en donde todavía hay boletos. A través de Space lo van a poder seguir en vivo, a través de HBO Max. Ustedes van a tener la posibilidad de ver todo lo que tiene Triplemanía 31. Thank you, Natalia.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Sigan al pendiente, a través de Más Lucha tenemos mucho más contenido para todos ustedes.